Oh, hey, there's you guys. That's me. I'm right there. Hey, isn't that neat? Ain't that neat? Would you look at that? 9 o'clock on a Sunday, September 5th, I believe, 2022, according to Gregory's calendar. Gregorian, however that guy was, however that works. Let's see if we can get this show to go off the rails before it even starts. Oh, this is the last of my wine, so I'm going to remind everybody here, you're allowed to purchase this guy here, beverage. It is Sunday. It's church. You go to church, you got to drink the blood of Christ or something. And I right now do not have the capacity. I've used up all of my magic to turn water into wine. So if you'd like to turn it into wine, you can help me with the magic by donating to my having drinks at in the French Court. I'm gonna go to the French Court. I'll do a show from the French Court with you guys because it's a beautiful day and I haven't been out, and I forgot I do have a I just remembered right now. I do have a really cool thing to do this evening. A friend of mine is doing some crazy concert for Amazon. I don't know what's going on, like how this what it's. But he's yeah. I don't know if he's filming something for a program on there or what it is, but it's at the U.S. Mint. New Orleans is really cool jazz. It's the U.S. Mint, but it's they use it for all sorts of concerts and jazz stuff. Anyways, so yeah, I gotta be down there this evening. Anyways, and I gotta do some hobnobbing with some artsy folks, I guess. So that should be fun. I got to do laundry. That's what I got to do. That's why I'm up so early. Anyway, so I'm gonna go to the French Court. I'll do a show for you down there. I need beverages when I'm there. That's what I need. You guys can help me with that. We'll talk about giants and the truth of diets. Yes, eating, food, substantiation, subtle energies, how to get big or whatever, how to get strong, what it takes. Because there's always a fad diet. There's a bunch of things that you hear that are just really out of place and wrong. That's not just the fad diets, because we've gone through so many through these cycles of life. Especially with the invent of marketing and all this, the addition of marketing. That so many diets are not only ridiculous, not helpful, and supplementation companies are completely worthless and pointless. And we'll go through it a few ways. And I want to talk about like things that we can assess that I think as conscious people, is advancing our awareness of what's going on in this realm, of being a bit more perceptive of our surroundings and our past. There's some things that we have to just accept. We have to grow up, and here's how we can do that. We have to accept no one went to the moon, because it's pretty obvious at this point. And anybody that says so is either part of the lie or completely stupid, and that's just what it is. You're not smart, and you're ignorant, and we have to accept that. We also have to accept that there are giant buildings that we haven't really figured out how or who built them, but certainly these doorways and these entryways they were built for people or something that was much larger than us. These are things that are just so obvious that if you're just looking at it, you go, who and why would anyone, let's say, 6 foot tall or however tall you are as little midget humans? What's an average height of a man? 5'8"? Little midget guys? Kidding, I'm kidding. They're not building doors that they have to grab the handle from up here, but yet we see them everywhere. So we have to accept. There's some things we have to accept, and those are the things we can accept just by looking at our reality around us. And we can come to understand that there's underground cities, and they weren't all carved out. No one's building those underground cities. They were there, and when we start unearthing some of these places, and we see that there's doorways underground and windows that are underground, it becomes abundantly, blatantly, absolutely clear that something occurred with mud or flooding or something in our history, and it does appear to be pretty recent. These things we have to just go, that's obviously that's what we accept. Now on the other, and now here you're like, what does this have to do with diet? Well, there's some things that we take for truth in diet that we have to be a little more. We have to understand the subtleness of it. And here's like, you can't really. You can see the body of someone's work. You can see what someone looks like, and you can ascertain what their diet was, what they've consumed. You don't really know, but if you ask them, if we look into history and we look at some people that are really big, we're going to find out very quickly that their diet has nothing to do with supplementation or what you think they should have been eating. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a very prime example here. That most of the inner city poor, this is people that are playing professional sports or high level sports, usually come from what you'd call the ghetto or inner city, or not having a good diet. They were eating, some of them one parent. This is the story. This is all the time. These are most of these people that are in professional sports on any level. They didn't have a good healthy diet, but yet we see, because they put the work in, how they weren't taking supplements. And the reason these athletes are so good now, they have all these advanced diets and training methods and eating more protein and getting it this way, but no, through the years, not only is that happening at the end, it's kind of like when you watch an infomercial and they're like, oh, here's the biggest guy you ever seen, and they're selling this product. They didn't use that product to get as big as they did. They didn't eat that meal. They didn't use those protein powders. Most people, because they put the work in. They put the work in. And so diet, the work they put in, the human diet, and the things that you need to consume if you want to be big, all it takes is putting the effort in, doing a little more work than you did yesterday. If you're breathing so much of the atmosphere, the ether, the thing around you, you're breathing in. You're breathing in the sun. You're breathing in plasma. You're breathing in the etheric, your prana. You're breathing it all in. The same thing. You get enough water. You get some liquid in your system so things can move. I mean, how do you think plants grow? You're not too much different than a photosynthesis, a photic. What is a photic vault? What do they call these things? Like the plant isn't that much different than you. What is it consuming? It's not consuming the earth. It's not. It goes through a process of ionizing what's in the earth, and basically, it's not eating stuff. It's eating anything. It's eating the sun. It's getting some water in it. You're not that much different. And so these diets and what we're consuming, most people consume way too much. The idea that people are still counting calories or think calories have anything to do with how strong or big or whatever, it's not how it works. Calories are pointless. And there's plenty of people that have proven that calories are pointless. There's plenty of times that I've gotten bigger, sizably, even weight wise. And if you looked at my calorie intake, it was people probably call it empty calories. Just drinking beer and water. Where's the good calories? But yet I was able to put weight on, get bigger, stronger. How would that work? It doesn't work the way you think it does. If we go back into, you know, I did the reason I got into this morning is I was researching on the old like 1930s 40s big strongmen, the strongman competitions, and because I've done research in the past, and it was always about how a lot of them fasted, and what their diets were actually like, and a lot of these weightlifters, especially the weightlifters, not just the strongmen, but the weightlifters, they would fast up to like 3 or 4 days before a major competition. Most people go, well, you need food, you need energy, you need to, and they knew, and it was obvious to them, that they would go and they would not eat for 3 or 4 days, and they'd have more energy and more power, and actually get personal records, personal best on the day of competition by not eating. Not enough people understand the power of non-consumption of physical gross matter. And if we look into the history of giants and these people, because here I was looking into, when I was looking at this one dude popped up in the search, and I forget, his name was Agnes McSomething, McLean, Agnes McLean, Irish born, I think, or Scottish born, 7'7", 400 or some pounds, 500 pounds. It was like Andre the Giant before Andre the Giant. Never heard of this dude. Agnes, I think it was Agnes McAllen or Mac something. I'll have to relook it up. Anyways, huge dude. And how did he get so big? Were there giants? Of course, we can look into so much of the history and see the evidence of them. Well, how? What were they consuming? They weren't on some special diet. Were they around before perhaps some plasmic event happened? Perhaps before why a flood or this thing might have happened? Were they around when perhaps there was more oxygen in the air? There was so things would become bigger. Were they breathing different gases? Was that part of our reality? These giant trees, these giants, and big things that were just bigger. Maybe they were around, or maybe they just ancestors, or maybe they came from other places, other realms, perhaps. They were aliens outside of this realm. And so, yeah, these things become very obvious as to what our realm consisted of, what our diet really consisted of. It's much less physical gross matter than you believe, what it should be, at least. Anybody that has fasted, anybody that has gotten, you know that you have more energy. You don't carry around as much weight, and you become a lot stronger. Some people are like, well, you're not as big because you're getting rid of fats and your muscles are becoming. You don't need, like, how big do you want to be? If you want to be bigger, go for it. You can be. Breathe different. Consume. Put a couple different things into your body. Put on some water weight. But the point is, our history would explain to us that what we're consuming now is way too much, way more than we need. Most of the world is the Western world at least, um, consumes about, I would say, 5 times as much as they need to. They eat wrong. They eat at the wrong times. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast is not the most important meal. Breaking your fast shouldn't happen until way later in the day. You shouldn't be eating 3 times a day. There's two good ways of eating. It's either snacking, meaning if you're walking around in the forest. Hear me? You guys can hear me? That's fun. Might have to find a new something besides StreamYard. Works better. Where was I? Because I just threw me off base. Uh, man, why does it do that? I totally just lost my choo-choo thought. Let me see what you guys said, and I'll get back to. Oh, and I don't want to get into zombies and stuff. Too much weird stuff going on. The reanimators, the reanimation of things, the predictive programming, and the goo, and the robotic programming, electrical programming of consciousness, robotics in humans, and zombies. I'll get that in a second. What was up in here? Let's see. I'm here. Jessica's might be here. Frank is up in here. George Foreman. What up, Junie? Oh yeah, you were watching The Strongest Man, and you were watching. That's so funny. You said you were just watching things on Giants and The World's Strongest Man. Yeah, maybe I made you do it. Buddy Young, woke Youngin on the Instagram. Yeah, the chemtrails is why you can't lose weight and make the frogs gay. I don't doubt the possibility of altering the chemistry of anything. I mean, the not losing weight though, nah. Have a little more fucking, have a little more self worth. Have a little more brain power. Have a little more like, if that's what's happening, then there's nothing you can do about it, or you can do something about that. And then why don't you give me the answer and the solution, or shut the fuck up? How about that? Well, they're making everybody gay. Well, then you're gay because you're breathing that air, huh? What up, you flaming hot, fag, whatever they call these people these days? You non-binary, robotic fago. I don't know what they call them these days. I don't know what you're allowed to say. Yeah, it's like, okay, so even if that is the case, there's something you can do about it, obviously, because apparently I'm losing weight, and as far as I know, I don't like dudes. I mean, I like dudes. I just don't. Just not trying to get up in your skirts, honey. You got Iron Man in Woodlands. The Iron Man, we talked about that plenty of times. How we're in the Iron Age and and Iron Rusts and the whole symbology of Iron Man. He's all robotic. He's all computers. I mean, how is he Iron Man if he's put a suit on like Superman because he has superpowers, right? That's within him. Iron Man, it's something that's technological. He's like a made up fake thing, right? That's what, doesn't he die in the movie or some shit? He's got a fake heart. It's a connection to what's your boy's name? Praveen Mohan. He did a whole thing on the ancient gods and how some of them were half human, half robotics. Pretty interesting. Just Frank, you like watching strong men contests and lumberjack contests. You get off on lumberjacks? You think they smell good? You like the Canadian lumberjacks with all their red and black lumberjacks? Smell like fresh chopped wood and man and bacon and syrup. Your keyboard's drunk? I'll get drunk for your keyboard. What up, Jessica Bird? Yeah, see, Jessica makes sense. See, her name is Jessica Bird, so she eats like a bird. Peckish. Just got a little snack here, snack there. That's the thing. Is that what I was getting to earlier? Yeah, if your whole life is walking around and being in nature, or whatever, you just here's a little. This looks good. This is a little snack. Let me eat this. Let me taste this. Other people, they're pounding away, doing some. They're grinding. They're putting work in, like real hard effort. You don't want to eat when you're doing that. You stay away from food. You're not running a marathon eating. You're not playing a sport eating. See, because you have the energy built up. If you're perusing, walking around and being peckish and bird-like, fly over here, hang out. I'm gonna go out it's Sunday. I'm gonna go out over here. I'm gonna sit at this cafe and have some coffee, and go over here and have a little snack, a little bite. Yeah, but if you're putting the work, then wait till the end of the day. Then you eat. You don't eat before. What do you eat before you go play a sport? So you have to take a big fucking steaming dump at halftime. It's ridiculous. Why carry all that around? Nanotech. We'll get into that a little bit. World champion Ironman in Hawaii, 2023. Speaking of sports, isn't the World Cup here this year? I mean, where is it at? Anybody know? But it is this year, which I'm excited about. Not really. Funny enough, that's the year that I moved here. The year, what year was it? It was like 3 World Cups ago. That's how long I know I've been here. I've been here 3 World Cups, 7 every 4 year, 4 years. There we go. That's how I remember this shit now. But I must have moved here in, what is that, 2010? So that's how long I've been here. On this realm called New Orleans. Oh, but it was definitely a good time. Bars get packed with soccer fans from all over the world. Good times, good times. Um, hey, Junipers, did I leave that part of the 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 title in there? Did I leave that part of the title? Because I didn't know if I changed it on both of them or if I changed it. But I had uh Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Did I keep that in the title? Because that was the original title. If it's not, and okay, what I was referring to there when I had that in the title originally, and if it still is the idea of so many animals that if you were really to look at what they eat and what their nutritional food print look like, or how many calories, it's nowhere near you would think they would need to consume. Look at especially really big animals, elephants and rhinoceroses, a lot of the vegetarian ones especially, or how often even carnivores, they don't eat that often, and they're not out there. They eat one big meal and then they don't eat for a while, like for a long time. They're not eating. You think about it, we eat 3 times a day. How often does a lion eat? They're not eating every day. Most animals, some animals, the peckish ones, they might eat, just all day, just eating or just perusing. But other ones, they're not eating that much. And if we look at like other animals, they don't kill anything and they'll just find the scraps and eat that, and healthy as anything. And that goes into to where we are as a society, totality, us Earthlings, I guess. You Earthlings. The health of things has gone into the gutter because of all the supplementation, because of all the garbage that's in the foods, because of the whole system that just feeds you. Not, scraps would be healthier. Dead, the things that blackbirds are eating, healthier. Pre like uh meat that has started to rot a little bit. It's going through cadavering. It's digesting. You would think it's sick and disgusting and filthy, and I wouldn't want to eat it. But there's cultures that will bury fish and let it rot, let it ferment. I mean, there's obviously good and bad bacteria, but nonetheless, the point is, that's probably way better for the human condition or any animal than the shit that we're consuming. Like here, I got something that should probably be good, right? It's a fruit juice smoothie, but then I'm gonna look over here and see what's in it. Ooh, it's giving me the natural flavor, which means I don't know what the fuck it is. Could be MSG. It's probably pretty good. Let me see if this naked is any good. Okay, this one again has natural flavor, so I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, these are fine, but you know what I'm saying. If I go to my cupboard and look at the box of things, then we're gonna find things in there that I'm like, I don't know what that is. Where did that come from? That's not something I should probably want to put in my body. Yet we continue to do it, and we put the pharmaceuticals in, and we put stuff that's in this, and then we got to get supplements. Why would you need a supplement? Shouldn't nature provide you with everything you need? Because before the supplement industry, it's pretty recent. If we break time down, like pharmaceuticals and the supplement industry, we're talking like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a percent of time that's been going on. People were living a lot longer. The whole idea, oh man, well, the modern technology, just 100 years ago, people were only living to 30. So by your math, which is faulty, if 100 years, 200 years ago, people were only living to 30, then what about 500 years ago? What about 1,000 years ago? Because mathematically, they would have to live less because they're stupid. So what are they living to 2 years old? 1,000 years ago? 2,000 years ago? See, the math doesn't work out. It's ridiculous. It's retarded. But we certainly can see that people are becoming sicker and more diseased. Filthy, rotten scoundrels. Yeah, I mean, walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. Frank identifying as a pineapple, a sexy pineapple. Oh, hey, just Frank, you're Canadian. You like the smell of a pine tree and a woman. That gets me ready and raring to go. Fire Jake, he loves strong women and pine trees. Yeah, you do like the really cut up, strong, beefy women, especially the women with cocks. Those ones you especially like. Oh, what up, Parcel? End of November. Isn't that interesting? Like that's not soccer season. It's too cold. So November, December, are they doing it through the winter? So it must all be. Now I'm thinking about that. It must have all the World Cups must have been in uh, quality climates, right? Thinking about it, they did it in America, and there was some in Giant Stadium, huh? Because I went to the World Cup. What year was it? 2002, 2002 in the U.S. Huh. Anyways, what up, Skull? Yeah, I told you we were talking about that. I said take the Celts, dude. Remember we were talking about the Celts and the Rangers and how it was symbolic? Well, I don't know why I'm doing this, but that's what I'm doing now. Natural flavored fetuses. Or supplements synthetic? Some are not. But the dilemma with supplements is most of them are, in chemical terms, inorganic, meaning there's no carbon bond, which means it's not very usable by the body. It's not bioavailable. It's the whole thing about when I talk to people about salt. Salt is inorganic, not meaning that it wasn't grown with the, no, inorganic just mean, look it up in chemistry terms. Inorganic and organic just means binding with a carbon molecule and thereby usable within a system. So these supplements, most of them, you'll get a little bit of use out of it. What's up, Danny? What are you doing? Oh, it's in Qatar this year. Okay, it's warm there. Your freaking keyboard's being so naughty. Yeah, what up, Scott? Yeah, I mean, if you're eating a normal diet, if you're just eating what nature's providing for you, it will cover everything you need. In fact, uh, some people have done studies on what they think. This is scientific studies, but it's still, they're still saying that it's verified, and you can verify it this way too. Remember the whole potato famine, whatever? You can, between just potatoes and butter, you're getting like 95% of the vitamins and minerals you'll need. I don't know if it was like specifically sweet potatoes or a variety of potatoes, but they're just basically saying you could survive on potatoes and butter. I mean, I've some people here, I'm sure you've done at least short-term mono diets. And some people go on mono diets just to see if they're allergic to something, to see what they need to rid. They just do like one thing for a few days and see if they have any kind of maybe a gut reaction or some sort of, some people, they can find out what they're allergic to. So you do mono diets, but you can mono diet on just about anything. If it's a living thing, it's gonna have most everything you need in it, anyways. The inorganic multivitamin supplements probably are. Yeah, I would assume so. Because what are they? They're going to cause inflammation, and they'll get stored into joints because they're not getting broken down, not getting pulled apart. They're basically becoming arthritic. They're becoming arthritis. I mean, isn't that what arthritis is? Basically, a buildup of shit in your joints. Get like nodules and things. I mean, it's pretty much what it is. Zinc oxide, zinc glycinate. Yeah, that's another. See, you just gave a good example here. Remember when the whole thing came out? Everybody's like, "Oh, you need more um, magnesium in your diet," which is true. This is a fact. We're missing a lot of magnesium and potassium. We get way too much calcium and sodium, and that sodium and calcium is doing wreaking havoc on the body. Oddly enough, it causes the body to be brittle in the calcium realm of the bones. You know what I mean? Because they need the counterbalance to build the calcium. It's not using the calcium to make calcium, if that makes sense. So we're missing out on a lot of magnesium. However, just like you said, zinc oxide is a good example. You want zinc XL or zinc glycinate, and when the whole thing, get magnesium in your diet, there's like 10 kinds of magnesium. Some aren't as bioavailable. Others are completely trash for the body. Others are very good. So, go magnesium. Well, which type becomes a play to quite a study. You can't just say oh, you need magnesium. But if you just go the route of getting it from Whole Foods, you don't got to think about it. It's already in there. Eating off the land after chemtrails, yeah, wash the shit. That's the thing, is there's no escaping some things. If they're poisoning the air and this chemicals, a wash it, learn to breathe. They're doing it to themselves too. You know, if they poison the water, that's one thing, because you can get a distiller, clean your water, get a house filter. Um, you know, you're not subject to. You can buy juices. You can buy what you want. So even if they're poisoning the water, it doesn't bother them so much. But if they're really poisoning the air that bad, they're poisoning themselves, right? If they don't care because it doesn't affect them. If it doesn't affect them, then maybe because they're going underground, or maybe it just doesn't affect their being. I don't know. Thank you, Fire Drake. Supplement with a little food. That's about it. Galantamine. Yeah, galantamine is good in unison with red spider lily if you want to get into the dream world. Red spider lily has a specific chemical in it. Yeah, just look that up. What the hell is the name of the chemical? I think it's another G word too. You ate 15 oranges and needed to pee a lot. Did you drink your pee pee? Did it taste like orange? Oh, Divine, what are you doing? Yeah, doctrine of signatures. Signs of nature. Your signature, food signatures. If it looks like something, it's probably good for it. Mama said, Mama said, even a calf goes off the tit at some point. Drink your coffee black. Yeah, for me, I'm drinking. I'm gonna drink. I drink. For me, I drink beer. I drink milk. I'll eat honey to the day I fucking die, bitch. I don't see. I get the idea of, yes, at some point you don't require milk as much, but um, I don't know. I see it as a good, healthy, intelligent thing to continue sucking them tit has. I want my milk and sugar. I want my milk. The skin of vegetables has a bacterial coating that's beneficial. Yeah, kind of like the skin has a bacterial coating, but again, I would still wash it. I would still clean it. I'd rather do with the food inside and take the skin off or clean it. It's kind of like, consider living in the city, right? Living in society. The cars with the shit going out the back and just the general pollution and everything that's going on. I don't want to shower that often because I know that it's not good for, soap and all this. It's not really great for my hair and for my skin. I know these things. But I also know that every once in a while it is a very good idea too, because a very good idea to bathe and wash my hair, because the amount of bad shit on my skin and hair is too much. The farther I'm away from the city, the less I'd probably end up showering. But there is, it's the trade-offs of being in the city, or this food. Yeah, if you're in the country, oh, don't ever wash it. Just pull it off the tree and eat it. But if you're getting it from the store, it's probably all fucked up. Just clean that shit. Maybe because it's suntalk. Yeah, maybe. Coenzyme 10. Is that what you're getting at? Oh, choline bitartrate. That's right. Thank you, Skull. Choline bitartrate goes with galantamine. See, I got it backwards. Galantamine is in the red spider lily. Choline bitartrate, you put those together. That's right. Thank you for cleaning that up there. Danny, yoking. I would like, yeah, Danny, I'd like to put a yoke around your neck. Where we at it? When you cut out milk from your coffee, it became nauseating after that. Oh, really? No shit. I don't like coffee by itself. It's fine as long as I do it with chocolate. Like if I do chocolate, mushroom, like a chaga chocolate and coffee, I can do it without milk, but I prefer it. uh, where are we at? Here. Yeah, Danny. I don't know. I don't know what's up with your computer because on this side it shows up 3 times again. See? Hey, Danny, are you on a different one of your accounts, or are you on which one are you on? My Alchemist or Atman? Maybe go to the other one. I don't know because it just pops up like 3 times. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's not that big a deal on my side. I don't really care, but it's kind of say say something 3 times. What's his name? Tony 2 times. Tony 2 times. 2 times. Well, if anybody wants to, here's a little reminder. Today is Sunday. It's church. I do want to drink some wine. So if you'd like to put some dollars and cents into the coffer so I can be like a preacher and go buy myself some blood of Christ, that'd be really great. I kind of want to go to get a bagel, which might happen before I go to the quarter. Maybe. I don't know. I do need, and also, oh, just so you guys know, if you don't know, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all that shit. Feel free. Buy a brother a beer or wine. And I do got, I got kind of got to pay for, kind of got to pay for all the balloons I blew up yesterday. I treated myself yesterday. Well, not myself. I treated people to a party yesterday. I had to blow up a lot of balloons. Things are, yeah, it was a nice little, escape from standard practice. Oh yeah, here smoothies with lupine. Yeah, you were saying something about lupine. Base. Maybe I'll just go to my other channel, the Alchemist channel, and just put a video up and tell people just come over here and stop posting to that. I don't know. Activated charcoal. I got some here. I think I should take it because I've had the farts lately. Is activated charcoal good for the farts? After I was taking all those medicines, and then I was trying to repopulate my gut flora. No. I ended up getting super gassy, man. Gassy asses. Will it help you with your girlish figure? Coconut oil, probably, and it's kind of tasty. It's an interesting. It's weird to me because you when you drink it, it's like the oil maintains a certain temperature, and the coffee is a different temperature. It's a weird kind of. And for me, I'd rather just do butter tea. You ever done whipped butter tea or like okay? I mean, I'm just gonna go there. Just instead of using the oil, I'm just using the milk. Fuck all that. Farts are awesome. Yeah, I just been really gassy. They haven't been bad smelling. I just been gassy. Just like unless I just couldn't smell them. I'm sitting here in my own filth. Cocoa puff milk. A burn a pizza or toast for some homemade charcoal. Yeah, I guess that would probably burnt toast. That makes sense. What is Danny doing? Is she saying some weird shit again? Oh, you're saying like if someone has multiple channels open, like if someone's watching my channel and some other channel, uh, like on another one of their things, it causes some chaos. Yeah, makes sense. Well, well, well. It seems there's a few people here. It's a Sunday morning church service. You guys want some readings from the Bible? Because you want me to do some Bible readings for you, asses? Yeah. Ooh. Here's your. I have nothing to say. I am saying it, and that is poetry. No one's mouth is big enough to utter the whole thing. That's Alan Watts. I like this one. Say one word with your mouth shut. I guess if you ask somebody that's a ventriloquist, they probably slip out of that one. Santayana said one real world is enough. Hmm. Oh, I always like this one by the Tao Te Ching. We shape clay into the pot, but it's the emptiness inside that holds what we want. The notes I handle no better than many pianists, but the pauses between, ah, that is where the art resides. That was Arthur Schnabel. Schnabel. Now, no, his name is Arthur, not Arthur. Arthur Schnabel. Now I gotta go listen to his piano playing. I have said nothing. I'm saying it. Even a good thing isn't as good as nothing. One cannot step twice into the same river. Have I ever listened to Alan Watt? I know who he is. I listened to him a little bit years ago, but I also felt like he was too much of the conspiracy guy. I have trouble trusting people with that kind of accent. And his beard. I didn't like his beard. That's another thing. When somebody does that thing with their beard, or they cut that thing out right there, fuck them. Really, I mean, just honestly, fuck them. Not, it's just my preference. I have a feeling about it, and he just came out of nowhere, really like too quickly, and like who the hell is this guy? And the fact that he's trying to, bro, you ain't Alan Watts. Stop eating off his name. Look at here, bottom three cards. Let's see what we got. Oh, these are four. I did it again. Which one we got? We'll get rid of this one. What do we got? Ace, queen. Oh, we didn't get the queen. We got ace, jack. Okay. Of diamonds, we got to find that queen now. Where's she at? In here. The queen of diamonds will be the next card I need to pull here. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah. I don't know. He's all right. I know. When I say these things, I'm just being extra with it. I just never really got into stuff like that. He covered. I think probably because he overlapped with a lot of other people that I already knew what they were talking about, like like David Icke and your boy. The fat dude that was always say consequently, that dude. And who else is out there doing this stuff? Michael TsarXen, Michael Tellinger. A side of cream for your black coffee and a cheese. Oh, a side of cream cheese Danish. Oh yeah, cream cheese Danish is what's up. What up, Jade Chosen? What do I know about Shivambu and Diamatisius Earth? Fuck do you mean? What do I know about it? Motherfuckers are out here drinking their goddamn piss because I told them to. What do you mean? What are you doing, Jay Chosen? What? Shivambu Culpa? I've been putting information on that for years. For years, buddy. And Diamatisius Earth. Yeah, good stuff. If you're trying to, that's probably something good. I was talking earlier. I've been having little gassy asses, which could be result of little creatures multiplying inside of me and farting. Now I got the gases, but DE gets rid of a lot of skin issues, whether for animals or for yourself. You consume it, and you can really kill a lot of unwanted parasites in your body. Yeah, DE's good stuff. Okay, yeah, he went a little farther on other things too. Yeah, yeah. Councils and money. Yeah, I knew all the things to do with those systems of money and yeah. Hey, right, rise up your glasses against the evil forces. You thought I loved Alan Watt? I mean, I love Alan Watts, not Alan Watt. Alan Watt is Watt. Ah, he's fine. Yeah, Jordan Maxwell. Oh, he's too far up Stitchin's ass. Yeah, I met Michael Tellinger years ago. Might have been DC. He was doing when he first came out with his first book. I went and seen him. Pretty cool shit. He wasn't he was really sick too. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like you're not supposed to be sick. You're supposed to know some healing tactics. You're supposed to know something about this about I was like, bro, can't be out here with a fucking cold. Can't be sick, bro. Anyways, yeah. He was which book? Slave Species. He's doing a presentation on it. Who is Jay Chosen? Yeah, who are Jay Chosen? Who are you? Where do you come from? How did you get here? Sifo, snake venom. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with it because if everything's backwards, if we talk about snake oil salesmen, then in reality, that's probably an answer for things. Just like there's a thing called bee sting therapy, and this is pretty well studied and used for people with allergies. We know that it adds to immunity. People that are the longest living profession, beekeepers, healthiest people. Um, And I'm sure it has to do with more of sound and other things going on. But as far as getting stung and immunity and whatnot, and also people that have multiple multiple sclerosis. If you can't fucking use your tongue, they that helps with their therapies too, and gets rebuilding of myelin sheath and helps them walk and get out of pain. Real shit, dog. The only difference between poison and panacea is within the measure of the dosage. Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that completely. I mean, there's plenty of things where a small amount of something is really, can stimulate, uh, your body to make the antithesis, the antigens for these things, which is the idea of the V word that I can't say. But yeah, I mean, dosage of, but there are things that are just across the board healthy. You know what I'm saying? And there's really not much poison. You can't really, you're not gonna be like, yeah, that orange is gonna poison me. It's not. It just doesn't work that way. But I get it. But I get the dosage of things that can do a lot. But when you say that to somebody, they take it to the extreme. Oh, you could kill yourself by drinking too much water. Yeah, go eat a fucking turd, you retard. Go stick someone's shit in your own asshole. Go get yourself a fecal matter transplant because the doctor said it was good. Don't drink distilled water. That will kill you. But go ahead and have a doctor shove someone else's uh, uh, shit up your asshole. It's a real thing. People pay for that to happen. They want that to happen. So moronic. I've already explained that 1,000 times. Microdose. Where we at here? Lizard Wars. You were stung by a bunch of wasps, and that's why you wear a hockey helmet today. Well, now you could just start to drink your pee pee, and that will fix everything, huh? You already know that though. Where are we at here? Yeah, microdose everything. Micro, so microdose some feces, y'all. Which in reality, see, I mean, I fucking go hard at telling people they're idiots for shit eating, but a little bit of shit bacteria is a good thing. You know what I mean? That is the point of like, yeah, how many motherfuckers are out here eating ass? You eating doo doo? How many dogs they sniff each other's ass? They're sticking their nose right up in there. And there's been studies done on building immunity through sniffing your farts. Yeah, I know all you motherfuckers here. I know every single one of you cup your hand over your asshole and smell your farts. I know you fucking faggots do. You pull your sheets over. You love to smell your own farts. No denying that. And if your fart smell bad enough or you don't like the smell of it, you better fucking clean up your diet, ho. But yeah, but that does, that little bit of bacteria, just the same way when we eat something, and then our body goes through the process of turning it into the panacea. So we eat the poisonous substance, and then we piss out panacea. Fecal packing. Yeah, microplastics and heavy metals. There we go. Yeah, that will never be. There's a few things that would never gonna, never gonna be that. Is there a market for that? Well, there is. Well, it'd be a very small one if you went to parts of India. There's certain sects of hey, Fire Jake. What's the name? What's the name of the sect of they'll eat everything. They eat dead bodies. They eat poop. They eat whatever. It's a very aesthetic. What the fuck are they called? And also in Ayurveda, there is use for feces. It's usually to bury something in a seed or some sort of food or something, and so that the bacteria will ferment it and do a job on it. I mean, and in India, you know, what do you think they eat? What do you think their incense are made out of? It's cow dung. And in a lot of tribes and tribal villages in Africa, they use cow dung or animal dung to make their roofs for their houses. They use the poo poo from animals, but you have to realize the poop from an animal is gonna be way different than your crap because you're eating such garbage. And if all they're eating is they're just grass fed or just eating off, what do you think their shit's gonna smell and taste and be like? It's gonna be wildly different. If all you do is eat steak, that's going to be what your shit is. If all you do is eat fruit, then whatever fibers and that they'll come out more in that direction, you know. So, and animals, that's why do you think certain animals will grow types of fungus like mushrooms on their poo poo and other animals won't? So their diet, that's what their process and the acids and everything's going alchemically in their system. Also, if I can quote someone here, and I don't know, remember I don't know why I forget her name. The chick with the little girly voice, she's kind of cute, but also she's a comedian. She does the voice for the Wreck-It Ralph, the chick in Wreck-It Ralph. What the hell's her name? Comedian chick. Anyways, Sarah Silverman. There you go, Sarah Silverman. She said, "What happened to that white dog shit from the 70s?" This is really, she was just, what a weird question, but there is an obvious and very obscene answer. What happened to that white dog shit from the 70s? I remember it from the early 80s. I remember saying white dog shit in my yard for my animals. So what can we come to the conclusion of? Because you don't see white dog shit anymore. You see nasty, filthy, stinking piles of brown dog shit, black dog shit. What changed? Two things changed. And I mean, one thing is the diet. What were they putting in the dog food? That's what changed. What were the dogs eating? How many dogs were going to veterinarians? What were they doing different with the chemicals and things they're putting in the dogs? Stabbing them with things. Change their entire internal flora, fauna, and system, and especially the food. So the process of that dog shit turning white, which it would, it stopped doing that. So whatever chemical action, fermentation, whatever process that was, stopped taking place because of what they started eating. Figure that shit out. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say dogs didn't used to eat shit, and not all dogs do. Some dogs have what is a mental thing. It's called pica, and other dogs do it apparently because they're missing some vital nutrients, and they think they're getting it from there, or there's a process their poopy is creating a nutrient after fermenting and going through that or whatever. And what is it? Dogs don't really eat their own shit, right? They eat other dog shit. Oh, Agori, thank you, Parcel. The Agoris. Agoris was the answer to the shit eaters. They live their lives completely naked and consume whatever. They consume dead bodies. I don't think they're out there. They're not killing things, but they'll eat dead bodies. which I think is a little different than calling them. Um, you know, I think anyone that eats a dead body, human or non-human, you're still that same word. And I think there's a big difference between killing it yourself and consuming it versus someone else killing it, no matter what it is. Ooh, I gotta go. I gotta. Way too much vodka. I'll be right back, y'all. Ugh. Oh man, what's up with the bad weather? What did I miss here? Uh, beans for cat shit coffee. That I heard about recently. I heard, in the past it was always the guano or bat shit or certain animals. I didn't hear about the cat shit coffee. Hey, it actually might be in this book that I got over here. Where did I do it? Where did I do with it? It's a whole Ayurvedic book. I don't know. I don't know where it is right now, but I'm pretty sure it has a chapter about poopy. Third turd's a charm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the corn. Yeah, too much corn. I mean, this is why eating corn not a great idea. Turning corn into alcohol, great idea. Taking corn and mixing it with a lime, which the minds of Mexicans and using lime because it's breaking down the corn. Yeah, we humans of any species really ain't digesting corn. And somebody was explaining to me about blue corn the other day and why that's more digestible and something, and the ancient grain and all that shit. But yeah, that lime is very important. Kopi Luwak. Kopi Luwak is the name of the bean. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we consume that we don't. If we knew the process, we'd have a different. We'd look at it differently. Yeah, if you know what it took to make that thing that you're eating, you might not want to eat it. It's kind of like it's in the same way. You want to be really good at something. Use the example of being a complete narcissistic psychopath like Michael Jordan. Oh, I want to be that good at basketball, or whatever sport it is, whatever it is you like. No, you don't want to be. You don't want to be that good because you don't know what it takes. You don't goes into it. You don't really want to spend 40,000 hours doing that over and over again to get that. You don't want to do that. You don't want that process. You don't know. You don't know the struggles, what it takes, what you have to give up, what the weird shit you gotta. You don't want to eat that food if you do the process. Mm. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, yeah. Coffee. Yeah, the cherry coffee, the coffee cherries, eaten, digested, defecated. The enzymes that breaks it down. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna start selling Zen coffee beans. I'm just gonna start eating whole cherry coffee cherries. I'll sell it to you guys. It'll be at a premium though, because I don't know if I'm shitting out whole coffee cherries. That'd be weird, you know. Yeah, that, it's going to cost you. I'll probably be selling like $100 a pound. And I think it might feel, I don't know, it might kind of feel good taking a dump. You know what I'm saying? You know how dumps kind of feel nice? You ever shoved anal beads up your rectum? I mean, I never have. I'm just assuming, because people are into that. Pulling it out, that whole, pop, pop, pop. If you what if you just eat the coffee cherries? Basically, like shitting out anal beads. I don't know. Give it a shot, guys. Let me know how it works. Somebody do it before me because I want to. You go ahead and wash it and give it a taste. Let me know. The cat poop coffee. Yeah. Hey, got cat poop. Hey, I eat a better diet than cats do. So Zen poop coffee. Oh, Frank, that's what I'm saying. If you eat the coffee, then you won't have to feel like weird about sticking something up your asshole. And stop being so anal retentive. You gotta let gotta get at least to the first knuckle. That's the rule. Get that finger in there to the first knuckle. That's nice. Give it a shot. Butthole surfers, yeah, you gotta just surf around them sides there, man. Hey Frank, talk to is he still here? Fire Drake's still here? Fire Drake will take you on a journey. He's all into butthole stuff. Surfing the great beyond of the butthole pleasures. Okay, check it out, y'all. It's I've been on here for an hour and some. It's 10 o'clock. Let me consider my day. I do want to shower, and I think I do have to do some laundries. So I'd have a thing to do this evening, but I'd like to, if depending on the weather, take you guys on a journey to the French Quarter, and we'll see. It depends on the weather. Or maybe I'll just go to a coffee shop and hang out with you guys, depending on things. Um, yeah, you know how it works. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo if you want to help a brother out, especially buy me a drink because I'm fresh out of wine and I would like to drink wine today. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, and it's all in the description box. And there's the email, all that good stuff. If you ever want to get a hold of me. And the rules in life: be cool, be awesome, be weird, be strange, be yourself because everyone else is already taken. Enjoy your life. That's your only goal is to enjoy your life. You know, and especially if you think that we do come back into other people's existence, don't have a sucky life because I don't want to have to live your sucky ass life if I come back. And oh yeah, and while we're here now, because now that's all that exists. If you'd like to um, dig into your cushions of your couch, your car seat, your wallet, your bank account, your pockets, and pull some cash out or some whatever, and you like to donate to me, that would be really fucking great. And if you don't want to, give it to somebody else if you feel like you have too much and it's burning a hole in your pocket. And have a good day. I'll try to talk to you guys in a little bit, no matter what, whether I leave and go out or if I just stick around here. But I want to shower and have a little snacky do, and then find some vino. Good to see everybody, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Stay weird, and we'll talk to you soon. Go get your butthole, get your cheeks clapped. You know what I'm saying, dog? Bye, bitches.